Yeah, I left because there was a situation I had to take care of that was... It wasn't an emergency call, but it was kind of an emergency. And it's all resolved now, so I came back. I decided to just do a part 2. Another reason why I hate the phone. Always interrupts me in the middle of what I'm doing. I've tried using it, but I don't really like it very much for some reason. It like doesn't. For some reason, it doesn't really jive with me. I could try it again sometime, but I haven't really had much. I mean, Photoshop hasn't been bad at all. Wondering what else to put on this layer. The trees actually look really good in game. I'm just thinking of more things to add. I see. Oh yeah, definitely need food. maybe I don't want it on the E layer. Maybe on, yeah, this layer is better. Yes, Bernard is going to be on Infernis Prime. And Lexington is going to be desperately trying to convince him. And Bernard's going to be like, I can't, you know, I'm in retirement now. There's no point. And then you barely is Lexington able to convince him, and then he's like, fine, and then he realizes how important it is, or something to that effect. Like an admiral that's brought out of retirement. Sitting at one of these tables. Okay. The plates of food are probably going to be a problem on these tables. But if I make them as tile set pieces that are characters, then it'll be okay. Right, yeah, they're occupied. So in the main game, you might come here, but it'll be under very, very different circumstances. So like in the main game, you'll come back here and it's all occupied by ESA and shit. But in Rebellion, that hasn't happened yet, so it's actually a really nice place. And the player will get to kind of see the difference between the two regimes. And the K-Knights are kind of like, we have it good, so we don't want to take a risk to lose what we have, like that kind of vibe. Yeah, calm before the storm. So, Lexington complained that the alpha was weak. So the alpha dog is going to be trying to negotiate a really bad deal with the ESA, and that's basically why Lexington and Bernard will be like, nah, we can't have this. map, basically. But I think this will be a nice contrast, you know, from the Infernis planet. Like, it phases to, like, a big nuke blows off in that last scene, and then the shattered consciousness of the android, and then it will phase to Lexington entering this town and being like, I'm glad I finally got Bernard to meet with me. And then there'll be some storyline bits after that I'm still kind of thinking in my head. I don't really know what I'm gonna do, but I'll come up with something. For now, I'm distracting myself with building this map. Yeah, this is a good solid 3 days of work. The lighting effects are really nice for the trees. It makes it look like the sun is shining on them and shit. And then I found a technique for making like animations of stuff like the fountain and stuff. I just look for animated GIFs and then open them up in Photoshop, and then you get every single frame. That you do have to take every single frame and put it in an animation sheet for rpgmaker, but it's pretty easy. Uh-oh. These plates are always a problem. Okay, let's make it at the same level. Well, yeah, but what I mean is that, you know, under animations, the animations have to be a certain size and a certain frame size, and so literally like this kind of a thing. So I literally have to take every frame of the animated GIF and put them frame 1, frame 2, frame 3, frame 4, frame 5. But I at least have a way to do it now, where that I can replicate. I did it for the mushroom cloud animation and for the fountain animation, because I kept trying to make a fountain with 3 frames and it just wasn't happening. It doesn't look good. So I just made it with 50 frames. It took a good hour for me to put all the frames in there. It's one of my least favorite things to do, but I think the fountain looks really good. Yeah, over time it gets faster and faster, or I can just kind of crack something out. The hard part is actually imagining what would be. Like sometimes I'm like, I don't know what would be in this city, and like that's the part that takes the longest, is just not repeating what I've done before. But yeah, okay, I guess you need some chairs. Oh yeah, I guess you need some boxes of cargo. I guess there would be weapon shops and item shops, you know, but then you know, the wolf statues. Well, like what else would be in this town? You know what this town could probably use is a little bit of technology, like something that looks like a power generator or something like that. Although it will be a little bit more low-tech than some of the other factions, because the Painites aren't super futuristic or anything. They're more basic, but they still play just fine. No, I don't have a world map for it drawn at all. I could work on it, but I was mostly focusing on the next part of the plot where the dude comes to this town, and I'm gonna have to make the in-between parts too, but I'm really trying to finish the storyboard of the game at the moment. And then go back and just add a ton of detail after the fact. Well, as far as what I have in the storyline, the Cainites were genetically engineered by humans, by the Terrans. And it was like a way for them to colonize faster, and then the Cainites eventually, you know, rebelled and broke free from them. Same with the Felites, they were genetically engineered to be a mixture of human and feline DNA. One of the Steam curators reviewed Origins recently and then said the game is good and it has a lot of furries in it. And I'm just like, oh god. Yeah, I actually said, the actual line I used was, "We're not your lap dogs anymore." But they are also more peaceful and more in tune with nature and stuff like that. So they have their upsides too. Starting to fill up with stuff. But yeah, once this set, and I'm gonna finish this set before I finish the Infernis set, because there's still stuff on Infernis we haven't built yet. But the Cainite part of the story is gonna be a little bit more brief, and so I think we'll actually end up finishing this tile set before the Infernis one. But all is gonna be released to the public for free, for use in their own games after they're complete. Yeah, I'd like to make more and more planets, but I'm eventually going to run into issues, limitations with rpgmaker, like too many maps or things like that. Yeah, they are kind of smaller states. The Felites are still, I think, under the thumb of ESA, but it's more like they're a puppet state that as long as the ESA gives them what they want, they, you know, don't try to claim independence or whatever, or they do have independence on paper, but not in practice. You know, some kind of storyline like that. and I can make good maps, but mapping is not actually my favorite thing to do. I like making the graphics for the maps, but just like sitting there and building an entire map, I'm kind of like, okay, let's just get this out of the way. Like that's kind of my overall mindset. Well, we do have map limits, but currently I have about 650 maps or 700, and I believe the limit is 1,000. And I think in MZ it's 2,000. So worst comes to worst, I could probably open it up in MZ and like make do with that, even though I'm just using all plugins from MV. Because as far as I'm aware, you can't mix and match MZ plugins, but if you open up your MV project in MZ, it does work. And I would have to, all the map numbers will change in the main game from trying to copy. So the way I do it is I copy and paste, like I open up two project files, like Rebellion and main game, for example, and I have to do it one by one, but copy map out of Rebellion, paste into main project, copy out of Rebellion, paste into main project. But that is going to change the map numbers, which means that all the doors, like when you walk through a door, I'll have to change those events too. But I mean, we're talking something that could take, you know, a few weeks at max to like convert everything in. Not even a few weeks, it'd be a few days if I really drilled at it. But yeah, that's how I'm planning to manage it. Yep, it is kind of annoying. Yeah. But it's the easiest, it's the cleanest way to do it, to avoid having to have such a spaghetti code like in so many places and then having to like sync it up with everybody else working on shit. It's just, it's annoying, copy paste, but that's how I plan to do it, and it'll be good. It'll work. Oh, I know what I'll do. I mean, I am already doing it all in MV. I might not run into the limit. I'm just saying it's not outside the observable, or it's not outside the ordinary that I would run into the limit. Like, I might actually run into it. I'll have the pants hanging from the ceiling, or from the front of the store face. halfway through. Oh, God. But with a race event, it comes back if you leave the map and come back to it again. Or a control switch, yeah, a self switch. Yes, that is a good. I've started doing that too. I was using too many control switches as well, and I did start to use the self switch wherever I could. This track is called Protector. I always like to listen to my music really loud, but it prevents from hearing my voice easily enough over the stream. I'm always looking for new tracks. They're in here too. Yeah, it could be for when him and Murphy or him and Bernard are fighting something. No, they are dog people, but they are, but just like dogs, they used to be descended from wolves. So wolves are like in their mythology, like like how they see themselves ego wise, like they're still wolves. Like the wolf is something to look up to, but they are just dog people, right? So. Or Conky Donger could actually be a like a genetically engineered semi-sentient like primate pet. You know, like, hey, I made my own little pet. He's a bouncer at my casino. That way I don't have to hire anybody to do it. You know, thus saving money. I know, there's so much random stuff. It's a franchise, it's a whole universe. So yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, this track has a good name, Dethrone. Like, I could see this track playing if you're literally like dethroning a king. Like, no, your time has come. Or it's time for you to step down and abdicate the throne, or we'll abdicate it for you. You know, that kind of thing. And then he reluctantly steps down. Or an evil king, you know, this is your last day as king. We're going to slit your throat. Yep, I can see that. And there's some tracks I haven't even used in-game yet. I just know that I will at some point. Like, if I have a certain scene. Sorry, I'm getting another phone call. Hopefully nothing serious. One sec. Alright, I'm back. The joys of helping to run 2 tiny home villages. Things pop up. Little things pop up. Okay. Yeah, the music is also very underrated as a part that really, because it takes players into the right mood for the scene. So like sometimes I have the scene that I want to make, but I'm like, I don't have the right music for it yet, so I can't make the scene yet. And then when I find the right track, I'm like, yes, and then it all happens very fast at that point. Yeah, and world maps are actually not that bad for me to make. Like, and I made a really nice world map set that lets me like make a lot of different worlds as a tile set, and it's really nice. I'm able to just make worlds really quickly. The stuff that takes a little longer, stuff like this, where you gotta make it feel like it has its own biome. You gotta have like a city where it feels like people really live there. The spaceships don't even take that long because it's just like rooms inside of a spaceship. And a spaceship would have kind of a consistent look to it. But cities are more chaotic. They're more... they've got more random stuff that you gotta add into each section. I know, the casino took longer than I wanted it to. But hey, it's done now, and it's really nice, actually. I think so, but I'm not sure exactly what symbol they replaced. exact fit. I was lucky. Yeah, that looks nice. I'm making it so that this thing is above the fold, so that I only have to make a 144 by 48 thingy for the signs, like weapons and armor and things like that. Yeah, they will all have, you know, their own color. Maybe one of them could be orange. One of them could be brown, you know. This font. I know it sucks that there's not more colors out there than the ones we can see. Well, there probably is, but we can't see them. Ultraviolet, for example. Yeah, the Cybernet Arena. I need to add a lot more different opponents too. But the Space Nazis one, actually, some people play my game and they're like, whoa, oh my god, you have that? Some people are really sensitive to symbols and they get triggered. Right, exactly. Like, you're literally fighting them, so it's like the context is fine, but yeah, some people might have a problem. Yeah, the whale bot.
problem is the sign being so narrow. It makes it hard to have symbols on it.
looks like in game. Oh, I know why. Looks good. Something weird there. Oh, I know what's wrong. Yeah, it's pretty much coming together. just try the icons and see how that goes. I hate when copy. I do Control C and then Control V, and it doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, Control C isn't working. Keep doing Control C when it doesn't work. I gotta close out of this soon. That's how you fix it, is close out of everything and then just go back in. Yeah, like RPG Maker will just glitch out, and then like it can no longer play any music tracks until you close the entire program and open it back up again. It's kind of weird. It's kind of an odd problem. I'm guessing it's universal that everybody has it. See, this track is good for like if you're about to, like all your troops are like getting all their equipment ready and they're about to go into like a crucial battle. That if the battle goes wrong, you lose everything, and if the battle goes well, you know, you win, and there's a chance for your army for glory, so to speak. But like anxiety before a giant battle, before a huge battle. Is how I interpret this track. Gotta love RPG Maker, though. No, I like RPG Maker a lot, actually, but it's got its problems. And I'm looking forward to upgrading to a more robust engine to like go to the next step, basically. But we'll get these episodes done, and we'll get the main 1.0 framework game done, and then from there we'll start on the 2.0 framework. I'm gonna check something out really quick. I'm waiting for the latest mod of Star Trek New Horizons to come out for Stellaris. Okay, it still hasn't been updated yet, but it's a total conversion mod for Stellaris, and it's way more fun for me than the actual Stellaris game, because they use warp drive instead of hyperlanes. Like the way it's balanced is different, and I just like it more. I thought I had changed it to items. Oh, I did. I just didn't save it yet? Oh, wait a minute. There we go. God, I really don't get NFTs. I actually think they suck. It's like you make a piece of art that only like one person can access for their own like personal enjoyment, and then that gives it value, like more value than giving it out to the whole world. I mean, it's just weird to me. It's a very weird concept. It's bizarre, actually, but for some reason it's like popular or talked about a lot. I don't know. I just don't really get it. It's just like, I mean, it's similar to crypto, but like an even more ridiculous version. You know. I fucked up because I need to be able to put it underneath where it says equipment. I also think with crypto, it makes it easier to commit like crimes where you can't trace where the money went and stuff like that. It seems like it's a tool to help get rid of physical money while making it seem like it's freeing us from whatever control that they say that, you know, the central bank has, which the central bank does have a lot of control, but crypto is not going to liberate us from that. Yep. But it'll change after a while. It's kind of a little bit Wild West right now, but it's going to get changed later to be really tightened down. But I don't know. I just don't really. I try to like make money as little of a part of my life as possible. Like, of course, I need it to live on, you know, to pay my bills, but I'm only thinking of it in rational, logical terms like that. Like, I need it in order for me to pay my bills and eat, but I don't like it. I don't like thinking about it. I don't like focusing on it. I just want to live in comfort and be able to do what I want to do. And I think there's a lot of people that are just in the same boat as me there, you know. But then there's people who really resonate with money and they can actually like invest and in a way where they make even more money. And, you know, my brain just doesn't. I can make use of few resources to get good things to happen, but I'm not so good at bringing in more bacon, so to speak. Makes sense to me. I agree with that. I also think that the system is flawed. If one person can get $1 billion, sure, maybe some low-level millionaires, but like $1 billion, I mean like $100 billion, you've obviously exploited some kind of flaw in the system if like one person can accumulate that much. That's why the health insurance industry and the pharmaceutical industry is out of control. You know, like they can just keep raising the prices even if the cost to do it is not getting any higher, because people will pay whatever price, for their life. So it can be exploited, so to speak. It is coming along, for sure, this set. I have to make a replacement version of these. I can probably keep this the same, but of course give them that purple tint. Don't need these. Probably leave the force fields. No, I didn't use the color burn. I just select what I want to change color-wise, and I go image, adjustments, hue, saturation, and I just do this. I can also colorize if I wanted to make them like one solid color-ish, you know. I mean, Photoshop's pretty powerful. I've used it for many years. The closest I could find as a Photoshop clone, if you don't have Photoshop, is Krita. It has pretty much all the same functionality as Photoshop. It's basically a Photoshop clone. And it has layers and everything, just like Photoshop. It's not exactly the same, but I can do mostly the same things with it. Because in a pinch I've used it before, and it was okay to figure out. Yeah. Did a stupid music fuck up thing. I don't know how that can even be a bug. It's like it happens relatively often too. It usually happens when I try to play a long music track, like one that's on the longer side, is when it's like more likely to do it. Yep. Hey, welcome, D7. Yep. We're going strong. We're making a Infernis Prime tile set that we are releasing for free. But it's this part in the game. So you can check it out. We've been working on it. I mean, I've been working on it for like 3 days. And we got this nice environment. Yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna be giving it away for free pretty soon here. And I'm totally not done yet, but it's getting there. And I don't really know. I always kind of think up the episode names on the fly. I came up with Starshift Rebellion, probably like 5 days after Origins came out. And I'm like, okay, well, what's the next one going to be called? And then I just kind of thought it sounded cool. Just like any other, I just have to kind of say it in my head and then, oh yeah, that sounds cool. And then, but yeah, I just wing it. I make everything up as I go along. I didn't even have a plan for this story. I just had to make sure that from scene to scene to scene, the plot made sense. And I think it does. But I did not plan it out though. Yeah, Resistance and Rebellion might be too much, too similar. Okay. Now that one could work. Or Starshift, the next generation. No, I'm just kidding. Jolt Eagle's actually trying to make an episode. I'm gonna help him with it too, called Starshift Freelancers. So he's working on that. We're gonna see where it goes. Yeah, that could actually be a good name though, or Starshift Omega or something. But Sigma would work too. We could come up with a lot of them if we really wanted to. The problem is getting them done in enough time, because I realistically only get like 1 day a week or 2 days a week to work on this. So I would have already been done by now if I was working on this 5 days a week or something. Yeah, it's fun. I enjoy the making of the RPGs. And I want to make something that stands out, so it's, I kind of make the game for myself, actually. Like, when I was younger, I wanted to play a certain type of game, but I never encountered it, so that's what I'm trying to like build what I would randomly want to play if I downloaded it from somebody else. Chia tea. Oh. Yeah, well, thanks for the compliment, Jolt Eagle. I'm getting better too. I'm gradually getting more skilled just with practice. It was only like 3 or 4 years ago that I couldn't make anything. Like, really, I was not that great, but over time it like clicked enough, and you learn your tricks of the trade, and then it can happen pretty quick at that point. Yeah, seriously. Changing the music up. Vibe scrolling, as you'd say. Let's see here. Yeah, now I need to actually go back and because like I have to go and look at the previous part of the story to like remember it. And so I gotta get. So we got Cromwell here. We got Cromwell because right now, guys, I'm doing the storyboard for the plot. So like, I have to go back and add a bunch of NPCs, add a bunch of gameplay, but I'm trying to make the plot points from start to finish first, and then go back and add a lot more detail and refine it. So this is the part of the game that's shortly before you are Lexington on the Canite homeworld. When the android wakes up, it goes to another character somewhere else, and then it'll come back to the android later. Oh, yep, Starshift is being ported right now to PlayStation 5 and 4 and Nintendo Switch. Back off, bitch. This place is about to blow sky high. Cheap grenade. $500,000 packages. Oh, PS5s. Okay, yeah. We have to get out of here now. If I can't have you, nobody can. What? Error. This was hard to do, this fucking ship hovering in the background while the characters can still be on top, like walking on the building part. I had to do it as a fog overlay. Use your grab hook. Hurry. God, I love this part. This part, I'm like, yes. Oh yeah, I'm getting much better at upgrading the visuals for sure. I already play Origins again, and I'm like, oh man, I've improved since Origins, you know. And we'll keep going. This part's a little janky, but I want them to, you know, I want a scene where they're standing over you like this, but this looks a little janky, I think, compared to some of the previous ones. Did it work? Unknown. Error. Neural network degradation, 86%. So this is, yeah, Relnor is. Kronos 13 doesn't sound too good. The unit's essence is shattered. I will do what I can. Self-repair protocols offline, ready to receive additional input. We will attempt to repair the damage together. Come with us, Kronos 13. So Kronos 13's all fucked up. So there will be a part where you're fixing him, her, or it, and then you get to the final, you know, you get to the point where Zeron is revealing to you what happened to his people 4,000 years ago, and it has to do with the Raven. What is being displayed? A ship? 4285 solar cycles ago, the day we discovered the source of the disturbances. Our instruments detected disturbances in space-time. They continue to increase in size and frequency. Vessels were sent to investigate. At each location, a planet torn asunder. All had evidence of past civilization. This vessel was found leaving the orbit of one of the planets. It was of an unknown configuration. The Raven. The ship had a Terran designation. Processing. As quickly as the vessel appeared on our instruments, it was gone. 4,285 years ago, Terrans were not capable of interstellar travel. Evidence of temporal distortions. Processing. The quantum signature of the vessel led us to a distant star system. The third planet contained a diverse ecosystem, although the people living there were at a primitive level of development. We concluded the vessel was a serious threat and not from our time and place. All these worlds were destroyed with no memory of who once inhabited them. The people feared we would be next to suffer the same fate. Our earliest legends described gods who wielded time as a weapon, while one's future and one's past were destroyed at once. Like a designation number like MCC 1701 or something like that. Our earliest legends describe gods. We thought these were just ancient stories until we found one of their artifacts. The stone described a great war in which these beings destroyed themselves. They called themselves the Advena. A small faction of these beings attempted to stop the chaos. The artifact contained instructions on how to counteract these weapons. The Advena failed to prevent their own destruction. Their research was nearly complete before they met their demise. Our people attempted to finish their research. The inhibitor showed promise in preventing these distortions. Not only could the device prevent the distortions, in theory it could inhibit warp-based propulsion of the vessel as well. The plan was devised. We were going to capture the vessel if possible, destroy it if necessary. Construction began on the supercarrier. It was to be equipped with the inhibitor. The high energy capacity, it was equipped with our most advanced form of jump drive. The vessel would have the ability to jump to any star system throughout the sector in the blink of an eye. However, we were too late. I will never forget that fateful day, when all seemed lost. The day I lost my beloved Zolina. It's gone. Everything is gone. We don't have time to mourn, Zeron. The radiation is already reaching deadly levels. We must get to the stasis pods. Processing. Then I had the ability to use time as a weapon. Then one of these weapons came into the possession of the Terrans. Why are they doing this? There's no telling how much damage they've done. The vessel has a Terran designation. Although it has an unknown configuration, it does not match the design profile of any ESA vessel on record. Wait a minute. I know where I've seen a ship like this before. On the news, that Novus Federation captain, what was her name? Carol Everson, the one responsible for the Raxion massacre. The news claimed that it was a Novus prototype vessel, the Dauntless, although it doesn't seem to match the design profile of their ships either. At her trial, Emerson maintained her innocence. She claimed to be from an alternate reality. Most thought she was delusional, unable to cope with the guilt of what she'd done. Maybe she was telling the truth. If this is the case, it explains why the ESA wanted to acquire the inhibitor as well as the supercarrier. It wasn't just about stopping black market trade and terrorism, it was bigger than that. If they managed to get the supercarrier operational, we're dead meat. That woman, Cromwell. She was afraid of what the Outer Rim Coalition would become in the future. We must tell the others Kern now has the knowledge of the Molarians. He is now capable of activating the supercarrier. We have to get to it before he does. Otherwise, they'll be unstoppable. Neural network restoration 82.5%. Emergency backup subroutine active. Does that mean you can wake up now? Affirmative. Initiating wake-up protocol. And then this is when it flashes. Then after that part is when it flashes to, you know, this dude trying to get help on another planet from his former admiral, former captain, or. yeah, you're right. Relnor is dead meat already. Okay, this smart lock application keeps. And I haven't had a console since PS3, but I didn't even use my PS3 much. Even then, I was mostly just on PC. And now I'm full PC, but I might have to get a PS5 in order to test Starshift on it when it comes out. I don't know what race he was, or species. I don't know what species he was. I just yeah, and I just took a dinosaur head and put a cybernetic implant on it, you know, and called it good. The kit bashing technique is a very good technique for a bridge gap. Like, if you're trying to make a lot of stuff quickly, it doesn't necessarily have to be an A+, but if you can take bits and pieces from other stuff and just put them together, you can make something decently fast, decently good, decently fast. But of course, if I can do it myself from scratch, I will. Like, if it's important. Usually I do it for the more important stuff. If it's a more important graphic, I'll spend a little more time on it. No, I think I made his species Draconian, the Draconian race. Yeah, that could be a good one. That could be a good one. Oh, I know what I need now. I need a ladder. Do. Then it gets fun to kit bash my kit bashes. Just cut it up so many times that it becomes unrecognizable from its original form. Oh yeah, I think that would be a good one too. I think I'm gonna desaturate. I think I'm going to desaturate this too because it I want the black to contrast with the purple rather than purple on purple. Are for the insides, so I gotta take these and put them for the outside too. Do 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 do. Probably E, actually. Uh-oh. Let's see here. There we go. I don't know. I don't know what kind of plans Kiyasu has for that. It'd be cool to know. But she was trying to make it in VX Ace and make the battle system a different battle system, so I don't know how that's gonna work, but I guess we'll see. Although I think it's smarter to kind of stick with the infrastructure we've got, avoid product fragmentation, avoid having to like set up the graphics differently sized, and like it just, yeah, there's a lot to it. And the ability to do cross-platform, that's important too. Like I don't play on console, but I realize that it's smart to have my game be compatible for console, for sure. And the company that does the porting, they're called like this company. And they've ported a whole bunch of games, rpgmaker games as well. And the deal is that they'll port it, but they take 50% of the money if it sells on the platform. So it's like, all right, well, I'm either gonna get 50% of something, or 0%, or 100% of nothing. So I either get 100% of nothing because I'm not gonna pay the yearly license to be some kind of publisher on PS4 or 5. And then if they happen to market it properly and it makes some money, then I'll get half of it. So we'll see. Yeah, exactly. So they said that they said Q3 or Q4 of 2022, and it'll be faster for them on all the other other games because it's the same plugins and everything, just a different specifics story-wise or whatever. Oh, and now I need some kind of like gun turret. Yeah, now I need a gun turret. I might have to make the gun turret a little bit later, but now I have an idea that I need a gun turret or missiles or something. Laser turret. Ah, damn. Nope, none of these are gonna. Well, maybe this one. But we would edit it heavily. Maybe we take the. Maybe we can try. We can try this one. We can try. Okay, now we get just the gun part. Okay, I'm gonna do this a different way with the same thing. I gotta download the vector version. And now I gotta convert an SVG file to EPS. Oh, there's little white boxes here. You know what? I can fix this. But see how we're taking something that's unrelated and we're just kind of like gradually turning it into a space god? Kit bashing. Yeah, that would be a funny name for sure. Or you could just call it, or you could just call it Starshift, the New World. That would probably be like kind of along those lines, but not as conspiracy obvious vibe. Even though I love conspiracies, a lot of them, some of them are true. Yeah, maybe we could also have skills that aren't in the skill tree that you have to pay for. Maybe a memory, you know, like, because you know how like memories can be manipulated. So maybe like the memory shop has skills that you can buy, and then you also have your separate skills in the skill tree that you can learn. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Yeah, yes. I am probably going to call it good for now. I'm going to keep working on this during the week. It's been fun. I hope to get this released sometime next week. Not the game, but but this tile set. So, and then that's when I'll start getting back to the plot and thinking up something for Lexington and Bernard. So, yeah, we're good. We're doing good. I didn't work as many hours on it today, but I felt like I made good progress. But yeah. Anyway, everybody take it easy. Have a great weekend. And good luck.